Welcome. We are live, y'all. Okay. I already have a message. I am Goddess, High Priestess, Empress Alba La Pantera. Shout out to my fellow gods and goddesses. Y'all already know the vibes. Okay, we in here. See this deck, okay? And yeah. It's been a minute. Hey. It's been a minute. Greetings, Sense of the Artiste. Y'all look out for her artwork and what she got going on, cause she won't come with it. Okay, that's right. That's source. That's shade. But welcome all. I am Goddess, High Priestess, Empress Aga La Pantera, and the message that's already presenting itself for the collective message from your soul's message. Okay. You are currently in a life cycle where you see knowledge and seeing the results from the changes of a product, knowing what the process plant is to be useful. So, specifically speaking, this has to do with adolescence. Welcome, Sistren. Hi, Mama. Hi, my love. Y'all tapping with my sister and her channel as well. Yes, intuitive flow. Already know the vibes. I miss y'all. Shit. So, the message that came through definitely had to do with this rune, which is the world card also. It represents the world card. It's the rune Kenaz, which is a torch and opening. You'll be able to see this opening that's presenting itself to you from the seeds that were planted through the ages of adolescence. Okay. What I'm also getting as far as the ages of adolescence, that doesn't have to necessarily be the ages of adolescence the way we read about it. Because some of your parents actually went through that process after they had you. So just know. Welcome, Evelyn the Benevolent. Hi, Mama. Fatima. Everybody here. For real. It's a vibe, y'all. And I just want to share all this glory, harmony, even through the process of purging. But this process of purging is bringing me into a deeper space of harmony and compassion. I'm really aligning with my North Node right now. I got a North Node in Pisces, and Pisces is compassionate. 8th house, North Node, Pisces. So in terms of me sharing this energy with you all, it's going to come from a deep, intense emotional space. But as far as that emotional space is coming from an area of energy and motion when I speak. Everyone's energy and motion could be something different, as it should be. As it should be. But here we have the message opening up for you all. Some of you may have experienced cysts, ulcers, abscess, boils because of whatever has occurred during this period of adolescence. And even if it wasn't the physical representation of what I just mentioned, because I don't want to repeat it again, it may have felt as though that's what you were experiencing. Okay. So with this room, there is an opening, a power to create your reality. Vital fire of life, creativity, and transformation. The scent of pine could be of great assistance to you right now, or being by the pine tree, having pine cones in your home. If you're in this message at this moment, that could also be of assistance to you. Okay. because that reflects the pineal gland, just the structure of it going through that golden ratio, right? So there's something you're breaking free from here, those of you that are here, that you will stop doing or you should stop doing. I'm not here to tell you what you should do, but you have stopped doing, or you will, doing things for others you will not do for yourself. In terms of putting yourselves into positions that you know, you have a gut feeling that it's already a no, but you choose to move forward with it for whatever reason. Now, that part, for whatever reason, that is what's being shown to you. That's the opening right now. Whatever the reason was that took you down that path is being presented to you so you can wash it away, but with love. Again, if you don't do it with love, you're going to have to repeat that lesson again. And if you don't finalize that lesson to gain the reward, if you have children, they're going to have to pick up on that. Or if you're having children, they're going to have to pick up on that, especially if you are divine feminine. But even if you do have children, you cleansing yourself from that vibration, you're taking that load off of that child that is yours. It's all energy. All of it. Okay. There's so much I want to say right now, but I'm letting Source guide it. So again, you got here, and I'm saying again because this came up before when I saw it in the last two readings. But here it is showing itself to you. Stop doing things for others you would not do for yourself, because you are a divine feminine, divine masculine, ancient divine feminine, divine masculine, and you are remembering. What you are remembering is nothing this world knows. First and foremost, this world doesn't know what nothing actually means, nothingness. And then on top of that, what it can bring into your life. Because to know nothing, no thing coming from the cosmic space, there isn't, that basically states that there isn't a label on anything around you that you're experiencing. Part of those labels come with good and bad, good or bad, right or wrong. But we talked about the word right. See, it's interesting how it's not right or left when we're speaking of right or wrong. So if we're going to speak about that word right, what is at the right hemisphere of the most heaved up space of your body? Because every heaven and every realm or in every element is the highest point. So you see how often we as humans, because of something that was taught or passed down, where you disregard your own heaven, which is already in your body, which is a part of your body. It's your head sitting on your body. See? So let's get some more messages. 616 on the timer. Yeah. Yow. Yee. If y'all are new to the channel, you new to Alive, brace yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at here. Look at here. Soul attraction, shamanic journey. Didn't it? Y'all saw this yesterday, right? That's why you see the title as it is. Your soul's message. Your soul wants to bring you towards what it knows what's best for you. Now, for some of you, that's going to mean whatever you thought was best, that's going to break your heart. But why is it breaking your heart when it's not what's best for you? See, the ego, you don't want to kill it because it has to put you through experiences so you can gain the observation you're supposed to gain. So that way you can recognize your soul when your soul is like, hey, I'm here. Until then, walking around here like a chump. Like too. Like, because it ain't exactly it. So, something like it, but it's not exactly it. Again, if you here on this channel, just know from this moment forward, if this your first time here, all the words that you say, you came to this channel for a reason. You came to the space of the heart of transformation. Literally, look at this sweat that just literally, it's not even that hot. It's not that hot. You got to be mindful of everything you say, what people say around you. Now, okay, this is where you're also going to have to. This is the channel of the observer, what it means to be an observer. Most feel as though they're taking on that role. But then when you really take on that role, what you have to see, it's very easy for you to go from the observer to the one having the experience because you want to protect yourself. So you're going to get defensive. The whole purpose of you being here right now, there's something that you're being defensive about that you don't no longer have to. The sun is beaming on you right now. You said I'm going to cry. I can feel it. I love you, sister. Vibes. So, yeah. Some of you have issues with receiving true unconditional love and giving true unconditional love because of everything that you have experienced in the past thinking it was. And that's okay. Stop beating yourself up over that. That's what you got to do. Just stop beating yourself up over that. It's all part of the lessons. It's all part of your journey. Everything you experience, death, denial, rejection, whatever, all of it. This is Earth School. There's a carnal death, there's a spiritual death. But the majority of the collective on this planet has been taught more of the carnal death, which is why most people cry when people shift or transition. It's only a shift or transition, but because you're blocked out of that frequency, you're unable to connect with people on the other side. Now, here's the other factor of that too. You don't rush that process. You don't rush that process. Here's a prime example why. You may be ready to, right? But that spirit that has transitioned may be in the space of being around someone else who's still holding on. So now this is where you may get distracted in the way that you connect with this spirit and this soul that has gone to the other side. Anywhere you have the ninth house, whatever rules your ninth house, okay, in your natal chart, I highly suggest you meditate during that planetary hour of the ruling planet of that sign, whatever rules your ninth house, or wherever you have Sagittarius in your chart, that planet, connect to that planetary hour and meditate. So that when you go to sleep, your dream state, your sleeping state, that world that you go to when you're asleep opens up to you even more. That's literally the other side. But just in saying that, you can see how suppressed the humanity is in terms of going there. Because of what? Greed. Wanting more of the flesh, wanting to touch something. Again, love is not attachment. It's not attachment. And I can tell you that from personal experience. Because I recently saw someone who is on the other side and they thriving over there. Thriving. Glowing. Strong. Nicely built. And I said, shit. I said, okay. Hey now. Yo. I was about to say something else. Source was like, keep that to yourself. But if you were sun and Sag, moon Sag, rising Sag, start meditating on that Jupiter hour. Start working with Thursday, Thor, which is Shango's energy, by the way. Fatima, thank you for your energy exchange over Cash App. May it come back to you infinitely more. My love, thank you. Gratitude. What's this? Be what you want to attract. Shout out to the Peace Dealer. Y'all need to tap into the Peace Dealer channel too. Yeah. Especially if you were Gemini, Virgo, Sag, Pisces, the way this is right here. Be what you want to attract. Soul attraction is here. Because all you have to do is be the energy and it comes to you. Mutable signs. Again, shout out to the Peace Dealer for amazing info. Always. 414, it's time for you to reclaim your power. Gifts are being enhanced and activated. An oak tree is significant. Some of you have an ancient past where one of Solomon's deputies, father, you're part of their lineage. In the beginning was the word home. It's time for you to ask yourself the belief system that you are currently vibrating from. Is this the belief system that allows your soul to thrive, or someone else's opinion adopted as a belief? Because everyone's belief has to do with what they know. Are you still connected to a belief that someone else told you based on what they know, or is it based on what you know in your experience? Love never gives up, and its faith, knowing, and patience never fail. I literally changed that word, as you can see here, to knowing, hope to knowing. Because hope is wanting something outside of you to change when everything that happens outside of you is a reflection of what's inside of you. Graces to you too. I'm hyped to see you and the good vibes, the great vibes of everyone here. Ashe. Then we have a message to pull 1 to 3 oracle cards, because it has something to do with what it is that you all have been affirming, whoever you are in here. So let's see. I'll go here. I'm going to go to the Angels and Ancestors deck. I'm looking at another one. Give me a second. Let me see how many come out of here first. La da da da, la da da da. With the messages, glad I'm watching the live. Ala Isidora Raven, welcome, beloved. What is the message for the collective regarding the affirmations? That's the wise one. You know you're wise. It's time for you to apply that wisdom. So that means use the knowledge you have. Use the knowledge you have and the message that came out from your angels and ancestors. See from a higher perspective. Eagle. This is actually the totem animal of Scorpio before the phoenix. Before you become the mystical version of your transformation, the highest point is eagle in this earthly realm, seen from a higher perspective, which is very similar to a phoenix, but what you're able to see with the naked eyes is an eagle. So for some of you here, the eagle and the phoenix are both interchangeable at this moment. The way this message is coming through, yes, high priestess, absolutely. Yeah, big time. It's time for you to harness your mystic power. It's time for you to harness the emotional energy that flows through you, the water that flows through you, the mystery that flows through you, because you are on the chariot of ascension, the Merkaba, as you can see at the very top. Merkaba, whatever floats your tongue. Okay. But as you can see here, you have to be able to receive and give and speak your truth. Acknowledge your truth, as where she is tatted at is her neck and her arms. You have to move forward with being able to receive and move forward with being able to give. If you start to feel apprehensive about doing so, you're not in the right space. This is a prime example of when you are given a sign from your own spirit in connection to your soul that that's a no. And if it's something you're supposed to do and you're still feeling apprehensive about it, there's something you are still holding on to in connection to fear, guilt, shame, attachment, lies, grief that's causing you to move that way. Let's see what else you have coming through here. See from a higher perspective. Some of you have access to hiking very high heights. You're being guided to do so. It was just 22:22 on the timer, but I saw 22:23. Leo season, because I'm getting a lot of Regulus energy, which is between August 22nd and August 25th, which is connected to making decisions from the heart. We have here Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted with the triple goddess symbol here in the corner. Okay. Let me see. You got Mother Earth, the eagle, very strong, divine, feminine energy. And with that being said, any trauma that you have associated with your root chakra or sex, making love, this is what you're being asked to see from a higher perspective. Because here's the thing, especially if you are a divine feminine, divine masculine connected to Tantra, the center of it all, the number 13. I've done it myself also, that celibate path. But once you know who you are and where your power comes from, doesn't mean that you have to exchange that energy with another physical body. But for you to be able to harness that energy, that's the mystic energy that Source is talking about right now. Okay. Because it's the mother that's coming through. For you to be able to harness that energy of that sexually high vibration where everything is ready to go, but there's no one in front of you. And I'm not, and this has nothing to do with masturbation either. It's more so you channeling that frequency as the god or goddess that you are, the high priest or high priestess that you are, to manifest. It takes a lot of control to do that. But once you realize the control you have, it doesn't take that much control to do so. The next two cards you got is the Stag, Trust and Thrive, Protection Guardian, Drop Your Shields and Be Fearless and Stand Strong. So you got the Stag, Protection Guardian, and the Warrior. So now we're speaking of the way you use your feelings, basically what we was just talking about right now, the way you use what you feel that's going on with your body. I mean, we all know that whenever someone tells you that's not what you're supposed to, that's exactly what the fuck you go running towards immediately. Because you're not supposed to. Or some people are inspired by people telling them they can't do it. That's all part of the journey too. It's not right or wrong or good or bad. It's cause and effect depending on how you, as the receiver, perceive it and what you do with it. See, over here we're going to make life real simple. Real simple. That you begin to see everything that's going on around you and who you may not be communicating with because something else is going on over this way. But once you realize, when you calm down, and you can tell who you're supposed to communicate with based off of the way based off of the way you feel when you think about that energy. Your body is going to respond, because if you're aware, what will happen is your body will begin to ache. If you're supposed to do something that you didn't do. Anytime your spirit and your soul have a conversation with your body and says you're supposed to do this and your body start aching, there's something that you did not do. But you have to be aware. For each and every one of you that's here, whatever that is, that's going to be different. This is where journaling comes into play, but it's much deeper than journaling, as you can hear the way the expression is coming out. You can hear how important meditation is. So you can truly analyze exactly what's going on and say, okay. Because you're going to have to block out a lot of situations or people in order for you to see directly what it is that you're being shown from a higher perspective. So you can grab onto it. You see them claws. It's not in connection to this blue sapphire background for no reason now. Throat chakra energy, Lapis Lazuli energy. Drop your shields. I want to see what this is, actually. Let me see what this is. Where is... Let's see. You went hiking today? Oh, great. Getting in nature. Absolutely. What is this energy? Drop your shield. Something that makes you happy. That adds to your happiness. It's harmonious. It's balanced. It reflects. Because it's balanced, it reflects who you are. Which now allows you to be in a state of harmony. For some of you, this has to do with work. There's a shift of perception that you must have about work. Drop your shields. What's the energy here for the collective source? It says spirit. Look at this. Spirit. She said, I'm wearing heels today and it feels like I'm hiking every time I walk. Make sure you put your feet in some grass. That's after you get yourself out them heels. Ground your feet. Reground your feet. Let's see. Drop your shields. But strut, honey. So make sure you ground your feet right after. Drop your shields. What is the message here? Drop your shields. There's something you're protecting that's not victorious. This could be a neighbor. Something that's close. If it's not a neighbor, something that's close to you that you're protecting that's not going to be victorious, and it's only holding you back. And this is why you're being told to be fearless and stand strong. This was all part of your warrior journey. Show me this. Queen of Cups. Some of you are thinking of relocating back home, getting close to what's familiar, because you're guarded. You have a very strong guard around you, which is making you feel as though that is the appropriate decision. But is it balanced? Is it a space where you are able to be all that you are? Some of you, the other message is to take an adventure back to where you grew up to see how far you've come. Okay. So if there wasn't a message in any of that, don't make any of that fit. If there wasn't a message for you, don't make any of that fit. We have now the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So what's in between your victory and success and following your path has to do with home for some of you. Because you're being told to surrender. For some of you, it's a Cancerian. Okay. Or if you have Cancer in your chart, 4th house energy in your chart, get more acquainted with that. But from what I'm seeing here with the 6 of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Wands on the outside of the Queen of Cups, was in between this victory and success has to do with something you're familiar with that you must surrender. Source said, go back to the beginning of the message, because we did speak about Canons, which has to do with adolescence. It could be certain friendships you still have from that moment that don't resonate with you anymore, but you are still investing in it because of the time invested in it. If you on this channel, you better recognize time is an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's what you created to be. The 3rd queen coming out. Some of y'all really about to elevate to Empress mode, and sources showing you you're too close to be going backwards. Now you got the Queen of Swords. The only one that's missing here is the Queen of Pentacles, which is pre-Empress energy. Literally water, fire, air. All you missing is the earth right now. What's at the bottom of the deck? The 4 of Wands, the 9 of Swords. This is something that you've been having anxiety about regarding your past when it comes to your core values about who you are. I feel like some of you in here, this got something to do with you being, this is an Aquarian energy. You're so weird and eccentric that people don't get you, but you're not here. The main thing, doesn't matter what sign you are on this channel, you're not here to be understood. So if you're an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you're going to love it here. Okay? So what's this right here? The polar opposite to Aquarius. You are Aqua Moon. There you go. You're not here to be understood. Stop getting people to understand you. It's going to take you away every time from your courage that you have. Come on now. You got all 3 queens out here. What's this? Let me see how it fell. What's going on here? See, it's there's a decision some of you have to make about a significant partnership. The fact that the Queen of Wands fell in reverse just now. This could be a fire sign, or this could be your own self, your own persona. You're not used to your own persona, and that's literally what's attracting you to certain partnerships, and as it should be. That's exactly what should happen. If you are not familiar with all that you are, you're going to be shown the exact reflection of what you feel yourself to be and what you think yourself to be and what you're passionate about. Now, some of you have a passion within yourself about yourself that is not who you want to be, but it's still passion because it's still being shown to you. So now you got to switch the way you were thinking about yourself and the way you are perceiving the way people think about you. Again, what people think about you is none of your business. It never was, but you made it so. And if you made it so, your next journal entry is why. Don't blame it on them, though. This ain't got nothing to do with them. They can say whatever they want to say, but it's up to you as to the way you take it. It's up to you. Okay, so we're going to turn this here, Queen of Wands, upright again. We're going to pull the next card. And we're going to see what's up. You got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. And I'm gonna show it to you the way I picked up the deck of cards. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is why you're creative. So what's this shame about? What are you shameful about? I'm gonna tell you right now, you over here and it's resonating with you and you know what you're supposed to do and you don't do it, just unsubscribe. I'll tell you now. There's nothing I have to do, but Source knows you got the information through a resonant soul. And to ignore that, something that you've been asking for, to ignore what you've been asking for because now then once you get it, you feel like lie, same shit. You feel like you're not worthy. Stop lying to yourself. You are worthy. You're more than that. If you can think about it, dream it, is there. But if there's something that appears to you that you want and it shows up in the form of a nightmare, because subconsciously, now you're being shown exactly what it is that you fear, that you've been ignoring, or telling yourself, "No, I got it. I got it." Here go that nightmare. You're gonna turn her upright though, because most of you here are spiritual teachers. Welcome, Ocean Goddess, Ashe. Spiritual teachers, but you gotta let that creativity flow. What's next? We already know the Queen of Pentacles at the basis of this right now. So it's just like, hold on, give me 1 second. We're back. All right, let's see what the next. Shout out to my moderators, Intuitive Flow, Ocean Goddess 1121. Intuitive Flow has her channel. Tune in with my sister. And Ocean Goddess waiting on you. Okay, so this is something you're ready to detach from. I'm glad this is coming out. So some of you, okay, you're still protecting yourself over a situation you have finally disconnected from. What's all noise about? You are still harboring over something. One, this keeps happening over and over again. It's a duplicate copy, but you're also at a vantage point. You've always been in this position from the beginning. You've always been in that position from the beginning. Your soul knows this. This is why your soul's message is here right now. Give me a message here for the collective, beloved. Are these cards? Okay. That's a lot. Well, significant. Shadow work. Source just said when things get too hot, heavy, and passionate, you ignore the work that you have to do. And then you go right back to whatever it was that you know great and well is just checkpoint of your journey, not the entire journey. As long as you're on earth, your entire journey is not here. Just keep that in mind. Then you got Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer. Number 13 coming through here. Yeah. This is also Ophiuchus energy over here. Cancer, Capricorn. All right. We got the summer solstice, winter solstice. That is a legit confirmation. 649. Now let's look at this number though. Let's see what that got to say. Let's see what 649 got to say for you. 649. Nostrils, your nose. That's Aries energy. The nose is also a part of the head, but the word here in the lexicon is apaim. Let's look at the metaphysical meaning of apaim. So another thing here, if you're new to this channel, we look into the Bible metaphysically, not literally. That's not what it was. That's not the way you're supposed to read it. Apaim, breathing places, to nostrils, countenance, face, presence, two persons, Gemini, comprehension, apprehension, passion, anger, metaphysically speaking, the ability to face apparent facts and conditions squarely. Some of you have immeasurable power if you have T-squares in your chart. Artiste. The ability to face apparent facts and conditions squarely and to originate or inaugurate new thoughts and modes of conduct, new rules of action in order to bring about better conditions. If that don't explain this channel, I don't know what is. Because if you're not here to transform your paradigm into what you know your soul is telling you to do, this is not the place you want to be an op on. This ain't it. Because you're not going to try your luck here. Because one, there's no such thing as luck. It's just preparation that means opportunity. And trying is an insult to doing. So if you're going to insult somebody, it's going to be yourself over here. So if you are not ready to shift from that old paradigm into this new one because you know what you're supposed to, some of you it's hard because you have a hard time letting go of people that actually don't resonate with your path. At least not until you decide to do what you're supposed to do. For some of you, people are 4422. That is a message. 4422. You came here literally to build heaven on earth, and you rolling around here feeding this ego way of building. This is why I said a love-based culture. Love-based culture. You're going to see a lot more shit being just popping up on social media. Let me tell you something. I have to keep mentioning, if you're new to this channel, because I can feel that energy. This is not a channel of black and white. That's not me. No. No. Spirit, soul, cause and effect, laws of the universe, that's what I operate from. Granted, yes, I live in this physical realm, but this physical realm from my space, my energetic sphere is not the same way it was for my ancestors. And that I'm highly aware of. So much so I'm aware of that the people that bring in that energy towards them is because they're still operating from something that their ancestors have liberated themselves from. This is why I said whatever you're passionate about, you're going to bring into your life. Whatever you focus on, you're going to grow. Whatever you feed, you're going to grow. Believe me and know this. There's many ways to protect yourself. Because you could be around certain situations and nothing happens to you. And you wonder why in the back of your mind, how the fuck was I around? Why was I so close to something? And because you know who and what you are. Until then, you're going to get caught up in the mix. You're going to get scratched up here and there. But if you are an observer and not experiencing what you are observing, you start to move like nature. You start to move as nature, because we're no longer going to lie to ourselves about that either. You begin to move as nature. The trees are around seeing everything that's going on in this world. The grass, the flies, the birds, they're seeing everything that's going on when it's happening. Yes, they got their own chain of events that has to occur, but they don't hold on the way we do. You gotta ask yourself at some point along your journey, if you're really on this spiritual journey, why are you holding on to certain situations? Why are you holding on to last season's fall leaves this summer? And we're back. So it says here, forgive them for they know not what they do. For your us. Yes. Human design, get more familiar with it. Paris could be significant. Whenever I see this card come out, it brings me to the two pyramids that are pointing towards each other. This is the past. The past of what? You being a healer. Intelligence simplifies the complex, which is also you following the voice of your heart. 1717 is the synchronicity of this message. Oh, we have bell. Looking upon the outer formed things, outer world as real and as the source of life, understanding, and existence, instead of seeing formless spirit, divine mind, as the true God and as the one reality standing back of all manifestation, is suggested in judgment of God. All your bills you pay got something to do with this here. Let me see what's going on. November 68 to 71 is significant. Looking upon the outer formed things and outer world as real. Looking upon the outer formed things and outer world as real. What's going on? What's within you? That's realer than what's outside of you, because what's outside of you it's a dose of what's inside of you. Just a small little bit. Make moments of gratitude a priority and be patient with yourself. Some of you got people rushing you out of your process and you a Naga pearl. But you came here to release this emotional wound that comes through your bloodline. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he who keeps the law, universal law, abundant is he. We're spot on right now. And we got the black horse, which is the rider that had a pair of scales. I just saw a very strong Haitian god, but I forgot the name of it, but I can see him clearly. The reason I'm not supposed to say it right now, but it's okay. Do not harm the oil and the wine. Pair of scales, Libra energy. We have a pharaoh. Someone has descended into this incarnation as a bloodline of Pharaoh. Answer the call, because through skillful and godly wisdom is a house built, and by understanding it is established on a solid and sound foundation. Proverbs 24:3. You are a god, goddess, the giver, or watch the movie. And Sirius, this Lionsgate, is directing you to cut cords of codependency. And we come back full circle once again. I'm just relaying a message. Just relaying the message and allow myself to express it. Because I know my passion for these messages and the way it would come out. And those of you who have been here know the vibes. But if, again, you new here, because there's new people here for sure. There's new people. You're here for a reason. It's time for you to make a judgment call. Let's pull some more cards. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let me get a room. So the first part had to do with you seeing the opening that came through adolescence, which means that you are releasing certain aspects of life. Listen, as long as you hold on to something and you going through fear, guilt, sadness, it's because you're holding on to it. That's it. You're not here to hold on to anything. This is Earth School. The more you realize how much of this is Earth School, it's a school for you to ascend. But then again, this is why I said you got a spiritual death and a carnal death. And some of you are so advanced into what I said that this happens to you daily, which means you don't attach yourself. If you're still harboring over something over the past, that's not you. I'm talking about the people that literally go through certain situation and makes it easy for you to let go. And people think you cold-hearted, but you do it from a space of love, but you're not mindful or paying attention to the way other people feel in the most loving way because you know who you are. That is a process. It is definitely a process to get there. It is. But once you do, don't hold yourself back from being there, being that person, being that one of a much higher vibration. That's exactly who the elite is. Ain't got shit to do. Because money is a substance too, but it's a physical, it's physical, it's material. Okay. But when it comes to your spirit and your soul, when we speak about trillionaires and beyond that, your spirit and your soul need to match that. Beyond that, actually. It better be beyond that. And this and age that the collective is about to embark on, or has already embarked on, but there's another level and levels upon that to get to. Listen. Hey. That's why I said pay attention to what it is that you are not communicating with and the way your body feels after that, because the ego will tell you, no, you ain't supposed to do that. You ain't. I'm not here to tell you what you're supposed to do. You already know what you're supposed to do. I'm just here to confirm what you already know. Just on a much deeper level, though. Literally projecting the back of your mind as to why you're deciding to do something. This is why y'all haven't been seeing me that often, because I've been feeling the vibes. I've been picking up on it. And whoever you are in here, you know who you are. Get it together. You know what you want, but you out here settling. Why? What you settling for? This is the exact place that you come to ascend. What you settling for? Okay. You got the Chariot. Ahwaz. Movement. Literally, you got the key. You got the key to this opening. This opening is going to lead you to movement. I'm going to look at number 1417. We about to wrap this up in a few. Ahwaz speaks of an external force that puts itself upon you, not ruled by intelligence, but by the forces of nature. Immortality representing that of nature's own. Speaking of the seasons, we hold on to things and we're supposed to be a reflection of the seasons, but we're not moving that way. It's the same tree dropping leaves every fall and regrowing leaves every spring. You never ask yourself what you're missing? I'm just saying. The density, depending on the density that you're in, it's going to look the way it looks carnally. If that's even a fucking word at this point, but whatever. 1417, something cut. Cutting. A sign of mourning. Yeah. Okay. So this is for those of you who are used to saying grand rising, and you go to a place of work and you say good morning. You don't have to say that. You can say grand rising. You could say hi. Great day. Good morning. What have you released yourself from when someone passed? It's no coincidence that happens often in a certain type of world, or world is literally a box where certain humans are. World. That's what the world is. When you see the world card as a specific box of humans that you're breaking yourself out of to tap into your free spirit, being the fool. And people will call you the fool each time you break a cycle. Every time you get called the fool, every time you break a cycle. But again, it's up to you as to the way you perceive what someone says about what you're doing. I'm either going to say great day or grand rising. Hello. Hi. Good morning. No. Did someone pass last night? Did someone transition last night? And are you actually good? Because that, again, that's still coming from the lower mind now. Because if we're speaking of the universal law, there is no good or bad. See, this is what I mean. If me personally, why I stay to myself? Because I mean what I say and I move towards everything I say. I'm not going to sit here and be telling y'all this and going, no. I look forward to when people ask me, why did you say that? Because as a projector, that's my invitation to speak. See? Human design. Know all about it. Know all about your human design, what you out here doing. the way you shaped to do what you here to do. That's what I said at the beginning of this live. All the words that you say from this moment forward. This ain't nothing to do with, no. You had seeds planted in the soil for a while now. Now it's time for this to blossom, for it to grow, for it to go beyond the gestation period. You've been there for way too long. And I'm not even going to tell you to ask yourself why, because you're going to stay there a little bit longer asking yourself why. You already know why. Be real with yourself. And whoever you are that just felt that, bust your move. Be bold and make the first move, like that Moon Oracle deck says, because you might be a Moon in Aries, Moon in Cancer, Moon in Cancer, Moon in Libra, Moon in Capricorn. Actually, Moon in Taurus may have something to do with it too. Because now you're in a position for people to be around you that show you what it is and who it is that you are and why you're doing what you're doing. It's time for you to build. With that being said, I was going to pull some more cards, but sources saying keep it there. I love you. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Okay? Tap into your energy, divine feminine, divine masculine, whatever it may be. But tap into divinity. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video, whether it's live or the way we've been vibing. Mwah! Love you.